What's going on, y'all? What's T? It's your girl. Oh no, before I even go ahead and start, I'm gonna just say this. I can't promise y'all that y'all won't hear my kids in the background, but I can promise you, you will not see them for them to be exploited on here in any type of shape, form, or fashion. I'm not closing them up in the bedroom with the dog because I need to be able to see them and I need to be able to hear them. So, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is Heidi Fly and her new gloss. And her name is ringing all over the streets right now. And as usual, everybody got something to say. How did she come up with the formula so fast? Why is it so dry? Why is it so expensive? What's that in the crack of her mouth? Listen, wouldn't you much rather purchase something from a content creator rather than just handing them your money? Because that's what usually happens. I see people on here giving, and they're giving cash apps and super chats, and then they want to complain and dictate about where the proceeds go to. At least this way, you're getting something in return other than a damn thank you. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. But don't knock the hustle. And the crazy part about it is, I got a feeling it's going to be just like the Mona Simone situation. Everybody going to be sitting up laughing at the fact that she's come up with something and a way to make money, a creative way to make money, and they're going to judge it, and they're going to criticize it, and they're going to critique it, and then in about 2 more weeks, they'll be doing the same damn thing. Because the holidays are coming up, and people are doing extra things to make ends meet and to be able to remain comfortable while being able to purchase gifts. So we're going to be seeing all types of crazy things coming up on here with people trying to find ways and make ways to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with using makeup to do it. If you know who a James Charles is and a Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson or Tati, you know that they are generating millions in their sector just by pushing each other's products and even talking about it. And I just heard Billie Jean say this as well. She's like, yeah, they're over there fighting and they're over there beefing, but they're making money to do it. Which brings me to my next topic. What do all 3 of these content creators have in common? Is there something special about the blue wall and the sectional shelves that I don't know and that the rest of us don't know? And also, what these women have in common as well, their job is to give the news. The original news. The news that no one else is talking about. They got the tea. The only difference is that Lovely T and Tasha K have enough common sense to go for the big guns because they know if they go for the big guns, they get the big money. But what do you get and what do you gain out of fucking with people in a small sector who have not come up yet? You see what I'm saying? Where do you benefit in that? The beef sector of YouTube will always be a cul-de-sac. It will be a damn dead end. And it's going to stay that way until somebody gets on the phone and gets in contact with Bravo, VH1, Mona Scott Young, and start trying to push this shit into a reality TV series. Because quite frankly, it has great potential to do things in that aspect. But anything else? Who the hell's going to hire a bunch of angry-ass black people that's trying to stomp each other's souls out by doxing and giving personal information? It ain't gonna happen. Now, I've said it before and I'm gonna say this shit again. It all started with slavery. This is an ancestral, generational curse. Because this is where black people feel most comfortable. Most of the time, we don't feel good about ourselves or confident in ourselves until we're talking shit about somebody else that has some things going on that we don't, and we feel as though we get to judge and criticize and critique it. And it's kind of sad that we get so damn good at it that we're able to turn it into a career. A whole damn career. And you know, I understand when you're benefiting from it, and you're almost to 1 million subscribers. See, that's the difference. When you're making a profit out of it, and when you're getting your name out there, when you're getting the clout, when people are starting to recognize you for what you do. And Wendy Williams is a sterling example of what talking shit about other people can do for your career. The only thing is, do you want to stay that way? Is this what you want to do after you get recognized? Or do you want to switch careers, do it just to get your name out there, and then become a journalist or some type of host or something like that? But quite frankly, I don't see myself just getting up on a platform every day until the damn day that I die or turn 80 to be sitting up talking about somebody else's business. And yes, we are human. We're always going to slip up and have that damn kitchen talk or that porch talk where we get the conversations in good and just start going in on people. That is just something that we, especially as women, love to do. When it gets to the point where you're doxing, that's when the shit needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? And I also stated this months ago as well. I said I felt sorry for a certain someone because they're at the point of no return. When people subscribe to you because you're giving that energy and you're doing the extremes and you're willing to talk about the conversations that no one else will dare bring up, when you're willing to take the risk of getting personal and going the fuck in, you have to keep that same energy. And it's only but so many times you can get up on your platform and drag the same people. They want you to switch it up a little bit. So now I guess it's gotten to the point where we're doxing. Like, damn. We all get on here and talk our little mess. But try to make it a habit not to deflect. Whatever it is that they're telling you and whatever it is that they're showing you, stick to that. But when it gets to the point where you're trying to find the ex, the current, the employment, the boss, the church, man, come on now. Come on now. That's taking it a step too far. And now I gotta give my props to Duchess. Okay, so that shit that happened between Duchess and Jay Wilson is a prime example of how being guilty by association can sometimes hold you captive. Okay, so what I mean by that is when Duchess and Jay Wilson were cool, Duchess had a lot of tension with a lot of people and was throwing a lot of shade. You know, it was a kind of back and forth sort of thing. Not to say that Jay Wilson was the cause of that even happening. But it seems like as soon as he got rid of that dead weight and that energy, he was able to let things go and be like, you know what, let's just clear the air. Let's just get the fuck over it. And honestly, that's what grown men and grown ass women should do. We don't have to love each other. Hell, we ain't even got to like each other. But let's respect each other. Let's keep it cute, you know? And some people call it being fake. Oh, he just doing that because he need an alliance. He needs somebody to go with him and da 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 da. It ain't even all about that. Sometimes it's just about getting the fuck over it. You know, and I saw that. And I also saw when I looked down in the chat, it was people that had shit to say. Some people were mad and annoyed. Ugh, hang up the phone. Why you talking to her? Girl, how old are you? Psst. Let it go. Let it go. If he letting it go, you let it go. And it's crazy because people will unsubscribe to you for little shit like that. But the crazy thing is they will subscribe right back to you a week later as soon as your name come up with some more shit. They want to hear everything you got to say, and then they'll be sitting up there acting like they was never pissed off or unsubscribed in the first place, like we can't see the shit. But I'm not even going to go all the way in on that. Duchess, congratulations on your newfound damn freedom. And this is a prime example of what cutting a bitch off can do for you. And now I'm going to talk about my boo sexy queen real quick. N.Tyler is so damn funny to me. And she wears her heart on her sleeve. However she's feeling, she's not really going to bite her tongue or hold it in. She's going to say what she got to say. And she don't really give a damn what nobody think about it or how they feel about it either. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what came out the other night. And from my understanding, a few people thought that they might have heard the situation occurred. I was not there to witness it, and I did not go back to hear it because that's a little too personal for me. You know, so I'm not going to touch on it. And if Nicole not touching on it either, we can go ahead and let that thing go real quick. Like, seriously. I see people trying to feed it and water it and give it sunlight so it can grow. But I am not here the fuck for it. So, the other night when I was in Duchess chat, this fool came up. Okay? They were talking and the conversation came up on whether or not he be over there talking shit. And to let y'all know, he does. And he seems to be just like his fucking father. He's fixated on Tracy. And the other night, he said something very interesting on the gentleman's panel that I didn't hear anybody else speak on that I want to bring a little bit of attention to. Listen to this.
You can experiment and you're not gay. I agree with that because sometimes as kids, you played around with some extended family member, touched or whatever. That's normal.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? Because if you did not hear what he said, I'm going to repeat it. This man sat on that platform and said, sometimes as kids, you've played around with some extended family member, touched them or something like that. That's normal. Normal for who? Because around my way, that is not normal, nor is it acceptable. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I don't allow my children to spend the night at anyone's house now. Seriously. Because unfortunately, there are some people that think and feel the same way as Rebel, and they consider that as normal. Remember at the beginning of this video when I told y'all might hear my kids in the background? I don't close them up in rooms together. Y'all go in there and play. Because sometimes they ain't playing. You feel me? I want to see everything. I want to hear everything. That's not normal for anybody. And then the other day, I saw him on his platform, and he was over there jibber-jabbering, running his little mouth or whatever, and said that he thinks that Tracy has a mental problem. She's holding herself back from herself. She is her biggest problem, and she needs to be in a mental institution. But you the one sitting over here trying to pretend to be her, mimicking her. And you see that that works for you, and that's how you got the majority of your subscribers. So now you've decided that you're going to keep doing it. So who has the problem now? Who has the obsession now? Who's fixated? See, his little problem is he's so busy over there trying to make daddy proud that he knows he can do it by putting on a wig and a dress. It's not cute, Rebel. It's not cute. And I know you still trying to find your footing, and I know you still trying to make a way for your little self, and you trying to get it going and get it good, but you ain't got to do it like this. You really don't. And to be quite honest with you, I blame this all on Mr. Wilson. I blame it on him. He went and found this little fucking weirdo and started pushing him off on people and giving his ass a name and giving him clout and a platform to speak on. And yeah, I went over there and checked him out, and he really ain't got no real shit to say. He ain't got nothing to talk about. Because when he's not imitating and emulating Tracy, what he's doing is talking about his weird fucking ass self. That's it. And quite frankly, I don't even know why he's on the goddamn gentleman's panel. Because he really ain't got shit to say. He's the main one up there that's not talking, just taking up the fucking space of a square. And speaking of panels, y'all, later on this afternoon, I'm going to say around 6-ish, I will be doing a panel with the lovely Mz.Heidi Fly and also Deanna Irvin, and I believe a couple of other women. That's going to be really good. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you tune in for that. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here because I have a couple more things to do and a few more business calls to make while we're in the realm of the business hours, and I will see y'all later on tonight.